What's up, America, and anybody who might be listening to me, all three of my followers. This is Big Rob, RJ, travel nurse, just a guy over 50, nobody special, just a working class dude. Yeah, so the Dems are at it again. I promised myself that I would stop making reactionary videos to the Democrats and some of their baloney, but they're at it again. Joe Biden is actively buying votes for people running into the November elections with the form of student loan payments. And the estimation for what that's going to cost the country in dollars that we don't have is 300, and I think I saw an article today said it was up to $500 billion. That's billion with a B. Now, to put it in perspective, that's only about, I think, roughly a third of what the Buy Back America program bill or whatever it was that got passed, which is about $1.5 trillion, trillion with a capital T. I don't know what the exact numbers is, but if I suppose if I took $1 trillion in $100 bills and stacked them up, it'd probably be reaching the moon, wrapping around the moon, and then back down from the moon again. Who knows? Anyway, it's a lot of cash. But the part about the whole thing that really annoys me is that, I went to college, got school loans, paid them off because I went to college to do something I enjoy, nursing, but also something I can make a decent living at. And so I'm perturbed by that fact that we're going to start paying people off and buying into those votes and stuff. I don't know what this is going to do to bolster the Democrat position other than make it appear that, there's the working class people of America. Let's slap them in the teeth one more time. So, yeah, buying back votes with school loan payoffs. Now, to be fair, I know that I read recently with regards to school loans that they were going to try to forgive the loans that people got at ITT Tech and, some of these other crappy private institutions that promised people jobs and job-seeking help when they took their courses. And it turns out that a lot of those courses and a lot of that education was absolutely irrelevant to current computer practice, networking practice, things like that. So a lot of people took these classes at DeVry and ITT Tech and all these different places thinking they were going to come out and bang $150,000 a year, Cisco systems engineer job. And it turned out to be not reality. Well, if you want to help those guys out, that's fine. They were lied to. A lot of promises were made to these folks. I'm sorry, I got F-22 Raptors flying over right now, like 6 of them, America. But anyway, yeah, those people were robbed in a lot of ways. If you're a nurse and you went to one of these private schools that was not competitive and you paid $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 for your BSN or $40,000 for your ADN, well, you're stuck. You got a good job, pay your bills. I think we got it in this country right now, and people are becoming more and more comfortable with not being responsible for the decisions that they make. So what do we have? We have truck drivers and plumbers and electricians and dudes. And he's right over me. That's badass. Holy moly. But we got truck drivers, electricians, plumbers, working class guys who are about to start getting fleeced by the IRS, having to pay for PhDs and master's degrees in worthless disciplines like gender studies. So, that's what's going to happen in this country. That's how it's going to happen. Boy, that guy's loud. Shit, he's close to. Looks like they're on landing approach. But that's what we're going to have now. We're going to have people who are out here working, these guys that climb these line poles and do all this stuff to keep America going, are going to end up paying for people who spent $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 on a pointless education, a worthless education, and they'll come out in the world and crying because they can't pay off their school loans on a Starbucks salary. Sorry. You need to get out there and take responsibility for yourself, softy. You need to do that because you went out and you took those loans. I didn't take those loans out for you. Why am I going to have to pay them back? I paid off my loans. Anyway, I'm a little perturbed by it. I think the wrong Americans are getting shafted. And don't get me wrong, I don't think there are Americans out there who need to be shafted. But working class people, regular people, middle of the road people that are just trying to buy their medications and raise their families and put groceries on the table and pay $6 for a gallon of gas. You know, guys that are out there, paying cash for their pickup trucks because they can't afford a $1,200 or $1,300 payment, on a car. And speaking of that, green vehicles. I'll tell you what, Joe Biden, let's make a deal. When you can get all of the energy that comes off the grid and a grid that will support all the electric vehicles you want to force people to buy, I mean, let's be honest, it's just optics, right? You don't really know or think that we all need electric vehicles to make the planet better, right? You don't really think that, right? Or maybe you do, or maybe you don't care. But not everybody's got 75 grand out here for a green vehicle. But I'll make you a deal. I'll make you a challenge. I challenge you to get all the electricity that's on the electrical grid now off of fossil fuels. That's coal, natural gas, and nuclear energy. When you can do that, when you can power this entire country on wind and solar, and it's all clean, I'll run out and get a Tesla. Until that day happens, you can take that electric car and cram it up your backside. If you're not too busy, I don't know, slipping down the stairs and falling off bikes. Anyway, this is Big Rob. I've said what I need to say about these school loans. Pay your fucking bills.